Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today, guys, it is new project pickup day. I actually picked it up yesterday. It's outside. I'm going to bring it in, show you, because it's absolutely hammering it down. Cats and dogs outside. So I'll show you inside the lockup. Just a quick run round, just a brief introduction to the new project. And then we're going to jump straight back on the Zafira, because I've got the body shop guy coming over today. He wants to have a look at the back end and let me know, when he can book it in, how much it's going to cost, and all that good stuff, really. So, yeah, let's jump into it. Let's show you around this project. I'll bring it in quickly. I'll show you around the project first, and then we'll get straight cracking on with the Zafira. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, the car is in. It's just to my left. Let's get into it. I'll show you what we got. New project for the channel. A Ford Fiesta. Yeah, I know a lot of you people are going to go, oh, no, not another Fiesta. But, you have to do what you have to do to keep going, basically. And these are the bread and butter, little cheapies. You have to just keep turning over, and they go out. They fly out the door. These cars just absolutely fly out the door. And yeah, they just don't hang around, basically. So I thought I'll grab this one for the right price. And then it needs a little bit of love and care, little TLC, in and out. And then away you go. It's just another one, a quick little flippy. But yeah, it's not in bad condition. It's a little bit tatty in places, but it's a 2010, and it's the Edge model, but it has got alloys and some other bits and pieces around the car, which it ain't too bad. It just needs a good clean inside and out. Really, I've got to be honest. I've seen a lot dirtier than this inside. The outside's got a few marks and bits and pieces, and we have to. I'm not going to be able, because of the age of the car, I'm not going to be able to do everything, but I'm going to tidy this up the best I can, as much as I can. So really, the back bumper is in quite bad condition at the back here. Looks like it's under some sort of hit at the back, so we're going to have to take that off, check the rear crash bar to make sure that ain't been hit. But I'm thinking maybe respray the bumper or try and find another one in colour if I can. But look at the colour difference on that. Look to that. It looks quite bad, doesn't it? So, but yeah, that's the back. The tailgate's all right. This button's not working, but I've got loads of these buttons up here in my spares. There you go. There's one right there off the dark blue one. So we just pull that off there. We'll whip that off and change that, and then that'll be the boot button done. So from this side, guys, you can see it's had a bit of a damage here. This is where the initial impact was, and yeah, it's just literally this door. So we're going to get a door in colour. I've already seen them, so that won't be too bad. None of the actual structural damage, or the pillars, or the actual car itself has been damaged, which is really, really good. That's just dirt in there, so that's not nothing. But none of this has actually been hit at all. None of the actual pillar has been hit. It's just literally the door. So yeah, we'll swap that over and definitely change that. This door looks absolutely fine. No problem with that. This is catching a little bit, but again, it's just here, like it's banging on here. So that just needs doing up. So it's just little bits and pieces like that, really, going around the car, like a cover for this. I've got loads of them. I always keep these because they always come in handy. I've got loads of them in my spares box. Again, just whack that on there, and then that's done. Clean the seats, my normal stuff, take them out, and then go all over the seats and clean them all up. Stuff like that. This side is, the wing's absolutely fine. It's got a mark here, but you can't be changing everything. But I will do the best I can for it. This bumper has had a little bit of a scuff as well. I don't think it's like a crash. I'm going to take it all off the front end again, just to check behind the bumper and all that sort of stuff. But I just think it's like maybe like sort of trolley bashing or bumper scuffs or whatever. But we will be taking it off to check. And whilst we take it off, we might as well get it resprayed because it just looks a bit tatty, especially around this corner here. Again. So yeah, it's got to be done. But it's got a few scratches, but that's about it really. I'll just run the polisher over that and that will bring that up all right. This wing, again, it's got a few marks in it. It just looks like it's not, I don't know, like it's just done bare metal. So we've got to do something with this wing. Take it off, respray it, or find another one in colour. But yeah, they're just, all these little bits and pieces are just little minor things really. But, you know, a nice, decent little car for someone. It is a diesel, this one. 1.4. So, yeah. It's done 85,000 miles on a 2010. So, not that much, really, for a diesel. All done like that, does it? Been sitting around for a long time, I think, so we'll have to give it a good service, check it all over. It might just need a good run. It's a diesel, isn't it? In the day they need a good old run, don't they? A good old fashion. So yeah, like I said to you, we're going to do a service and have a good old look over it. But it should be a nice little decent car for someone. We'll run around. Once I'm finished with it, it'll be good. So yeah, it's got air conditioning as well, which is strange because they don't normally do air conditioning on this model. Straight away cold. Wow, that's good. Yeah, straight away. Well, that's good. So yeah, it's just a like a cheap bread and butter. When I say cheap, no Fiesta is cheap at the minute. I've got to be honest. But yeah, it was a nice little buy, and it just needs, you know, I've already checked the tyres. You know, really good tread all round. So good tyres. In fact, I think this one's nearly new, because you can still see the things coming out, the little nipple things coming out there. And I think this one's the same. Yeah, this one's the same. See these little thingies sticking out? You can tell when they've just been changed or just been, you know, when they're new, when they're nearly new. It's because of those things, yeah. And there's so much tread on these tyres. But again, I'm going to do my normal stuff. Take the wheels off, check the pads, check the discs. There's no lip on those discs whatsoever. This is the 2010, so it's definitely sort of been looked after. This actually comes with a private plate as well. So, yeah, whoever gets this car gets a private plate on their car, so no one knows really what year it is. So, yeah, got to do this headlight, guys. Look at that. Look how gone that is. So we've got to do that headlight. I don't know if that's standard with the black inside there. I don't think it is it? I've got another one. No, I ain't got another one. I think someone's changed these headlights. Got to check that. But yeah, that needs a good clean up, that one. Hopefully I can get that up looking the same as that side. And it just needs a little bit of Resurwreck loving, guys, doesn't it? You know, my normal stuff, just put a bit of time into it, and we'll get it up to a good standard for someone to have. So, yeah, there we go. Right, that's the new project. Let's crack on with the Zafira. I'll get this out of the way, and then we're going to crack on with that Zafira. Let's do this, guys. Right, okay, guys. So, just quickly, I've been waffling so much lately because I'm getting comments about it. So I just want to quickly run through what has happened, and then we're going to go for it. So I've had the guy from the body shop. He has turned up. We've gone over a few things. I've showed him, you know, that bottom of that one. I've showed him the bottom of the one, the donor one that's out the side, the parts car. I've showed him that. You know, we've talked about a few things. And he said, with all his experience, because he's the one with the experience, so, you know, and I trust him because I've seen his work. He's done work for me before, so, you know, it's a trust issue in it. In the end of the day, you can't just take someone's word for it if you don't know, you don't know what they're like, you don't know the person. But this guy, yeah, he's done some my previous jobs, so I know that he's the one to do it. So what he suggested, we spoke about it, and we said, well, there's a few options we could do. We could actually just take out the whole panel and drill out the spots around here, take off the whole back panel and replace it with the other one that's on the parts card. Take that one off and put it over here. And the other option was just to sort of leave it as it is and then just pull it down and pull it out and make it sort of, yeah, and make the shape a little bit better. Because at the end of the day, the crash bar will fit. I think it will fit anyway. It might not because of that bolt there, actually. I've got to check that. So it's not far out, but it's not, it still needs to be straightened. Or the other option was, he said, was to cut it here and then cut it down there. And then remove that centre part, drill out the spots here and underneath, remove that centre part, repair it, straighten it back up, put it back in place, and then weld it back in on both sides. So it's looking like he's going to go down that route. But the good thing about the parts car is that if he needs it, we can take it off and redo it. But it's up to him, innit, really, at the end of the day. He's the expert. And he's the one that's sort of, he's the one that's doing it. So, but it's good. He said, it's good that you got a parts car. And I was walking around the whole car with him, and he couldn't believe it. He said, like, wow. He said, I can't believe, first of all, you got a car in the right colour. And secondly, like, there's so many different bits and pieces that you could take off of it to make this car the best one that I can. So, yeah, that's where we are, guys. But he can't book me in until, I think, a couple of days. He's going to let me know. He's going to give me a call and let me know when I can book it in. So we really want to get it ready. So basically what he's turned around and said was, just put it all back together, more or less. Put the headlights in, put the bumper in place, leave the crash bar inside. Not necessarily, I might be able to connect the crash. I might connect the crash bar. It depends if it goes all right, if I ain't got to mess around with it. If I can just put it on and connect it, I'm going to put the crash bar on. Put the rear bumper on loosely, and then that rear end is ready for him to sort of, he'll go back, he'll take off the bumper, and then that's it. That's all he's kind of got to do. He said, it's good that you've put the tailgate on. He said, because that saves time, because now, I haven't got to do that, and we can use that to line it up where it should be. So that's good. And that's it, really. And then he can take it, but we can't let him take it. I'm going to probably put it on the transporter and take it over to him, to be honest with you, because you just can't drive it in a minute, especially with the front end is not all together as well. So we might have enough time to get this absolutely ready for him, but I can't see it. But let's just crack on with this back end. We'll change over the seat belts. We'll do that. We'll clean up all this as well. I know a lot of you guys were saying about these tints on these windows, yeah. But straight away you got this here. Look at all that. Look where the dog's been scratching at it. Those are coming off here as well. This side's coming off there and up there. So I think, do you know what? I think I'm going to take them off. I'm going to check to see if this, because it's definitely not glass. With the tints, you get like tints with glass and tints with wrap. It's definitely not the glass because it wouldn't come off there. Someone's definitely tinted these windows. I will check the spec online compared to what it should. What should it come out standard at the factory? Should it come with this or should it not? I know it looks, it looks all right and it gives it a little bit of privacy. And you can't really see, like, the scratch marks, you can't really see. You can just about see it there, look. But when you come out further, you can't really see it. But a dog's definitely scratched at his glass. And I didn't show you this in a previous video. So that's why I wanted to show you now. So I think, guys, that's made up my mind when it comes to these tints. I'm just going to take them off. It just makes sense, I think, just to get them off. It's going to cost too much money to get it all tinted up, re-tinted up and stuff. And the rear one, the tailgate, is already clear glass, which is good for visibility because it is a biggish car. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going with it, guys. Let's crack on and let's get this back end back together. And just see if we can get this back end done so we can move on to the front. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So, yeah, made some really good progress at the minute. And, yeah, where do we start? Right, okay, so let's start with the tinting on the glass. As you can see, I've removed the tint from that door and not from the side. And you can see that that glass on the back has actually got a slight tint to it compared to that door. Look, so I'm going to remove the rest of the tints on that and, you know, just keep that glass as it is. So, yeah, that's what I found out. But it has got a slight tint to it. You can see it in the glass. So I'm going to leave it like that, guys. Remove the actual film and then just leave the glass from behind. Yeah. Just got to carry it on. So I've got to get this part off. The other two over there. but I've got to swap that over, that glass anyway, for the other door. And then just leave the tailgate as it is. It's not that bad. So yeah, that's the actual tint on the glass. I have been putting all the bits and pieces. I've hoovered up underneath these two seats. I've had a real good clean up behind the panels before I put it all on. You see me do that. And I've picked the actual cleanest panels I can find. Like the cleanest one of these sides, the cleanest one's the cleanest one of that on top. The cleanest one of these metal trims that go underneath there. Just all those kind of things really that just sort of makes it a little bit better, doesn't it, you know? So yeah, been really busy cracking on with the back of this. Next stage is going to be bumper, well, crash bar if it will go on, bumper, then the lights, and then the back end is finished, ready to go to the body shop to get that done. But before we carry on, just want to quickly say I have won another project. Hopefully, yeah, I'm not going to pick it up this week. I'm going to have to pick it up Monday or Tuesday. And I just want to quickly say, everyone was saying to me about these wheels. Guys, I was absolutely shocked because they look like alloy wheels, guaranteed, but they're not. They're actually covers, plastic covers that go over the steel wheel. How convincing is that? Yeah. So they are actually steel wheels behind there. I'll show you once we get the wheels off, because obviously we've got to get the tyres removed from the wheels to replace it on the other car. But I just thought I'd mention that because I had a couple of people telling me that they're not alloys, they're wheels and their trim's covered over. Someone else found that yeah, a few years back, and he's absolutely correct. Yeah, incredible. I was, yeah, I was shocked as well. I couldn't believe it. But there you go. You know, we live and learn every day. So yeah, let's crack on now with the rest of the stuff. Like I said, the bumper, the lights, get all that back together. Let's get this back end ready for the body shop, and then we can move on to the front. But yeah, really busy at the minute. Got loads of projects coming in. I'm just literally trying to bid on another one as well. So hopefully we'll win that. The one I did win today, again, it was on reserve. And it just, yeah, they just at first wouldn't let me have it. And then come back to me once, I think. I went, no. And then they come out and went, oh, okay, yeah, okay, you can have it. So let me have it for my original bid. The other thing I've just noticed as well, there's a headrest missing here on the back of this door, on this back of the chair. We have got a headrest missing. So again, parts car, guys. What's that going to cost at the breakers? 20 quid? So I've got to write that down. So I'll have that out of there, and we'll have that in there. And again, it's just all these little things I'm going to rob off this car to make this car, you know, the absolute best I can. All these bits and pieces from a breakers cost money. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's crack on. Let's get this back done. And then, yeah, let's see how far we get today. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. The back end is all back together for now until we have that lower part done. I just thought it was a better idea. Just put it all back together, and then yeah, and then you can have a good look at it. But you can see why people do it, didn't you? Like just cover it up, put a new bonnet on it or whatever, and hide the damage, because you'd never know. Like you'd really would never know unless you're doing the videos like I do, and a few of the others. You just don't know. It's proof, isn't it? It's proof that it's been done. Because I've got to be honest, you can't tell. You cannot tell that is damaged now. It's just unbelievable. So, like, you know, and I've changed the rear crash bar. I've put it in place, and it's got that little push in, but I'm still not happy with it. It's got to be done. It's got to be pulled out. It's going to the body shop. I'm going to get some people commenting. I know they're going to comment. Leave it as it is. It's fine. It's a cheap car. It's a runaround. You're going over the top. You're going too mad. Or I'm going to get it. I know I am. I don't care what anyone says. It's getting done, and it's getting done right. So that is what's going to happen, because it's on me, you know, not on anyone else. I know, like, that the structural part is the crash bar, but yeah, it's got to get done, guys. So yeah, it's just a bit annoying, because you look at it and go, wow, like, you've changed the crash bar, you've changed the bumper, and it just looks so much better. And the tailgate's been done as well. So yeah, anyway, that's the end of the back end for now. We are going to move on to the front end now, because yeah, I just think it needs that needs a little bit of attention. I'm going to take the bonnet off, swap that over, sort the lights out, put the bumper in place. It's got to come back off, but I'm just thinking, like, just get it all in place for now, and then we can sort of, you know, move on. But it's so, honestly, guys, it's only took me a few days to do this, really, if you think about it. Apart from the clutch, forget about the clutch, because that's mechanical. But everything else isn't going to take long. It's gonna be a nice little clean car for someone when it's all done. But yeah, there we go. Still got to go over the carpets and all that sort of side of it, backs of the chairs, the underneath, all of the carpet side of it with the Karcher carpet cleaner. Got to do that. So yeah, there is still some bits and pieces to do, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely happy with the progress of the way this is moving along now. You know, that parts car was just a great idea, like, incredible idea that is. I've got to be honest, I got really lucky finding that in colour. Really lucky. So you don't always get that lucky. It takes a long time to possibly find a parts car, but I think, yeah, I got incredibly lucky. I'm still going to take bits and pieces off that car. The tyres, like I said, the exhaust pipe underneath, that's new. So I'm taking that off, putting it on this one. I may as well, you know what I mean? Because I've got the car here. It's a bit of labour, a bit of time, but going forward, it's there for the new owner. And they, you know, once they see these videos of me doing that, they will absolutely love it and appreciate me doing that to their car that they will potentially buy. So, but yeah, it's getting there, this one. It's definitely getting there. Let's move it back, because we're finished with the back end. We'll work on the front end. I'll start by taking the bonnet off and all that sort of stuff. Let's set you up on the tripod. Before I do, though, quickly, guys, I have won another project. That's 2 today, plus the one I picked up yesterday. Again, it's just another, you know, these 2 cars that I picked today, they're just a quick, you know, not quick, but they're cheap runarounds. That's what it's all about, just cheapies. And these 2 were definitely cheapies. One of them is for the Rex the Riches. So I will definitely be letting you know what happened with that. But for now, let's move it over and get cracking with the front. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So, yeah, it's looking like a Vauxhall Zafira now. Still not perfect. You know, we've still got to do some work on this car. Got to do the headlights. Got to try and see if we can get these sensors in this bumper as well. Got to swap over the grills. That's why I haven't put the wheel arches in at the minute, just because I want to sort of, you know, do some more work on it on the front end. But it's looking like a proper car now, not just in pieces and not just together. But it don't take that long, to be honest with you. Once you get the parts car next to it, or you know, just outside, it don't take long to transfer all the bits and pieces over. Just done the headrest on the other side. You can see it's in there. Got the triangle off the other tailgate, like someone mentioned to me on the comments. Don't forget to take the triangle out. I've done that. It's going to go in. But yeah, it is definitely moving in the right direction now, this car. It's definitely getting there, but it has to go to the body shop, and this was what it's all about. Now it's ready to go to the body shop, guys. And he can do his bit on the back, and then once he comes back from there, we will completely finish this car off and then get it ready, and get it crossed to the MOT centre and see what happens. But yeah, definitely moving forward. Definitely like the progress. Yeah, you can see, obviously, I just sort of took off all the parts, bits and pieces. There's the Fiesta over there for tomorrow's video, guys. We're going to start on that tomorrow. But yeah, I've put the old bonnet on here, and just so that it stops the rain getting in the engine bay or whatever. It don't really matter because it's been scrapped, but I thought I'd put that on. But yeah, what a lovely little parts car this has become. We've still got to take some bits out. We've still got to take all this out, so we'll do all that, take all the books out and stuff. I've dropped the exhaust on the engine side. I've just got to disconnect it from the back box and the middle box side, and then we can drop that we could drop that exhaust out and swap it for this one. But again, that's another day. Like I said, let's get this to the body shop, get his bit done, and then we can continue and get it finished. So, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. And we won't be seeing this now until it comes back from the actual body shop and fixed and done. So, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me transfer all the bits over and getting this where it should be. Don't forget, guys, like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one where we're doing the Fiesta tomorrow. So take care. See you soon.